With the WNBA seeing record-breaking viewership, jersey sales, and more this season, the players are now demanding that they get paid more. So what is going on behind the scenes at the league, and what truly is a fair salary for these women? We are going to break it all down today. What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. The WNBA and its players are closing in on an opt-out date for their current collective bargaining agreement. The CBA is essentially an agreement that sorts out what percentage of money goes to the players and at the end of the day decides what their salaries will be. And if the players union does opt out, the current CBA, which was set to expire in 2027, will still be in effect next season. So the two sides have a year to come to an agreement. This is something that happens across the board in sports, and as we have seen with the NBA, if the players and the league can't come to an agreement, then a lockout will happen. It's likely that the players will opt out, and they have a list of wants including increased salaries now that the WNBA has entered a historic 11-year media rights deal with Disney, Amazon Prime, and NBC for $200 million a year. Breanna Stewart also chimed in and said that she would love to see teams have the ability to have $1 million player, and currently the top salary is around $250,000. And she is not the first person to speak out specifically about the percentage of revenue that WNBA players get paid, and here's what Kelsey Plum had to say about it on a recent podcast.
We are not asking you to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking you to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Got it. So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception.
Got it. Okay,
Sure. Yeah, because every video is like, oh, this person gets paid this person gets paid that, right?
So I want to be really clear about that. Like, I don't think I should get paid the same as LeBron.
Right.
But the percentage of revenue, like, for example, they sell my jersey in Mandalay Bay, I don't get a dime.
You don't get any money from jersey sales?
That's crazy.
In the NBA, they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right? So jersey sales, obviously their TV contracts. So you see these every year, these contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah.
Massive.
But that's because their CBA, it negotiates where if the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case.
Okay, so here's where it gets a little bit tricky, and I'm going to do my best to break this down in the best way that I understand it. There's so much talk about the percentage that players get paid. However, the difference between the WNBA and the NBA is that the WNBA doesn't own 100% of the WNBA. And here's why. So the NBA provides the WNBA with an annual endowment of over $15 million. This financial support helps to cover various operating costs for WNBA teams, including facilities, travel, marketing, and administration. As of 2023, the NBA owns 50% of the WNBA, while the 12 WNBA teams collectively own the other 50%. So with that, it does make it a little bit harder for the WNBA to share the same percentage with its players as the NBA shares with its players, because the NBA is still at this moment in time giving the WNBA millions of dollars every year to help the league grow. So it's kind of like bonus cash. And you guys can also get up to $1,000 in bonus cash on Underdog when you use my code RAD. Join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last season, and with their pick'em game, you could win money by making picks on your favorite players. You guys, we are heading into Game 4 of the WNBA Finals, and I have some spicy picks for this game. Now, this is a must-win game for the Minnesota Lynx, so because of that, I have Nafisa Collier at higher than 20.5 points, and I also have Kayla McBride as higher than 19 points plus rebounds plus assists. For the Liberty, I have Breanna Stewart at lower than 35 points plus rebounds plus assists. I think the Lynx are going to D her up the best that they possibly can. And I also have Sabrina Ionescu at lower than 6.5 first quarter points. And someone I think that is going to be so important for the New York Liberty in this game, I have Jonquel Jones at higher than 13.5 points. Underdog is the place to play, so sign up and deposit now using my code RAD for up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. So like Kelsey said, and what a lot of other WNBA players have argued, is the fact that they are not asking to be paid as much as NBA players. There are so many differences between the NBA and the WNBA, including the fact that the NBA season is 260 days out of the year, while the WNBA season is only a few months. So their season season is a lot longer. And of course, the NBA has brought in much more revenue so far than has the WNBA. So let's talk about the media rights deal, because the NBA and the WNBA's media rights deals were sold together. And Adam Silver actually said that he thought that this was the best way to do it. Like I mentioned, the NBA season covers about 260 different days of the year, and the WNBA covers 60. Together, they span most of the calendar year, a valuable characteristic when negotiating media deals. So the NBA's new TV deal is worth $76 billion over 11 years, which is about $7 billion per season. And the WNBA's TV deal is $200 million a year for also 11 years. I do think that with the exponential growth that we have seen this season in the WNBA, $200 million does seem a bit cheap, and maybe there is some sort of clause in there that they can renegotiate throughout the next 11 seasons. But $200 million, if the growth continues the way it is going to be getting these WNBA games for an absolute steal. So we will have to see how that goes. Now, the WNBA has done many things over the last few years to try to build revenue and invest back into the league. And 2 years ago, the WNBA closed a $75 million funding round that valued the league and its teams at $1 billion. Now, in comparison, the NBA is estimated to be worth $120 billion. That's why I don't like when I see these graphics or I see these media reports about the pay disparity between NBA players and WNBA players, because when you look at the numbers, when you look at the amount of revenue that the NBA is bringing in, how much the league is worth compared to the WNBA, the numbers, I mean, it's just crazy. There's so many differences between these two leagues, but I don't necessarily think that that is a bad thing. But I think that there is this fake outrage that comes in the media and with fans saying that, oh, these women deserve the same pay or close to the same pay as the men. Look at how much they're making. And that simply just isn't true when you look at the economics of these leagues. However, like I said before, the WNBA was launched in 1997. It is a brand new league. It is growing. It is continuing to grow in viewership. If the numbers that we had this season continue on to next and further down the road, there will be a point where these players will be able to make seven figures in their WNBA salary. Now, will this happen in the next year, 2 or 3 or 4 years? I'm not so sure about that, because what it seems like to me from my research, from just looking at this, and I am no economics major, I'm no math wizard, but it seems like the NBA is still helping out quite a bit. And the WNBA also just started paying for charter flights this season, which will cost them $50 million over this season and next. And that is revenue that necessarily hasn't come in yet. So I think with this new TV deal, with the new viewership, with the revenue that's coming in, these sold out arenas, they will start to see this profit stack up. And in turn, with these CBA negotiations, hopefully the salary cap at these different teams will go up and we'll see players get an increase in salary. Will it be seven figures off the bat? Probably not, but I do think that a day will come when these players will get paid that. The silver lining in all of this is that now these WNBA players and even college players are becoming celebrities in their own right, and they are gaining so many brand deals, endorsement deals. They are able to invest in different things, and they are making millions of dollars off the court. So yes, they're using the WNBA as their anchor, as their place where they can get this visibility and this notoriety and build their celebrity, but they are able to use social media, use these brands, get all of these other opportunities off the court to supplement their income, which is right now a low-paying salary in the WNBA. So let me know in the comments below if this video made any sense at all. I tried to articulate it, but I am not the math wizard. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, and of course, click that little subscribe button because I upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ooh,